Hello, welcome back to the Vinny vlog, and today I'm going to run through my top 10 Comic Con survival tips. Now this is things that I think you should know and that will maybe help you if you're attending for the very first time or if you're a seasoned attender. I might elaborate on things a little bit, but here we go. Hopefully this will help. So, number one, I would say carefully choose your attire. Wear comfortable shoes. You will be queuing for a long time. You will be on your feet for a long time. Standard entry time sometimes for shows is 9 AM till 6 PM at night. That's hours on your feet. So wear something comfortable. Again, when you're inside the show as well, wear something comfortable and appropriate. Wear appropriate clothing because you will be most likely queuing outside. And it depends, you never know what the weather's going to be like. It could be extremely hot, we've queued before 35-degree heat. Sometimes we've been outside and it's been snowing. It just depends on the time of year. But no matter what the temperature or what the weather's like outside, the inside of the venue can get extremely hot as well. So I would just be careful, plan what you're going to wear. Layers is a good thing. There's cloakrooms, you can put things away. Yeah. My number 2 top tip would be an appropriate bag and storage for autographs and photographs. Your bag, you need to be ready for every sort of eventuality. I tend to take painkillers, again, on your feet a lot, moving around a lot, headaches, it gets hot, it gets noisy, take painkillers. Bottles of water, now sometimes it can be confiscated at the door. It depends on the venue, it depends on the organiser. Now, a lot of times recently they've not taken bottles of water off people because of the backlash, because when you get inside it was really difficult to then buy something else. But I would always take it, and then if they confiscate it, they take it. You know, it's a bottle of water, it's fine. Snacks, I would maybe take a little brunch bar, take a little protein bar. Again, you can buy food inside the venues, but I always find it's better to have something in my bag with me. Take a face mask. So I know we're not quite out of the world of the pandemic just yet with COVID-19, but even though a lot of face mask restrictions are maybe not in place anymore, some guests still do ask that you wear a face mask when you approach them. And that's absolutely fine. Do you know, you have no idea why, you have no idea, do they have an underlying health condition? Does a family member have an underlying health condition? It's always good to just have one, and if you need to put one on to meet a guest, you've got one. There's no hassle, no problem. I would also say make sure your phone is fully charged, or if you can, maybe take a power bank if you can fit one in your bag. You wouldn't want to be ready to take a selfie and then suddenly your camera battery runs out. That would just be a nightmare. Also thinking about storage of your autographs and photographs, I tend to take what is called it's a tough case. Like this. I have had this since I done my first show in 2013. It's hardback, A4. You can get other things, but I find that these work really, really well. And yeah, you can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on eBay, WH Smith. Tough case, TUFF case, A4. You really don't want your autographs or photographs getting damaged after you spent all that money meeting the people. No, get good storage for them. Now, number 3, I would say this question comes up a lot on the group pages on social media. And it's about entry tickets. Make sure you buy entry tickets for the show and not just photo shoot tickets or autograph tickets if the organisers sell them beforehand. If you don't buy your entry tickets and you've bought all your autograph tickets and photo shoot tickets and the event sells out and you haven't bought your entry, you will not get in. You will lose all that money. They have a limit for sales, for entry tickets for a reason, for health and safety, different things like that. So if you haven't got a ticket, it's not the organiser's fault you didn't buy a ticket. It clearly states, so please don't do that. Please don't do that. It's stressful. You lose so much money. Please. Some shows are not sell out and you may be able to pay on the day and on the door, but I really wouldn't risk it. Don't just buy your ticket. Number 4, I've already touched this in my packing our bags, but I would make sure I've got good food and drink with me, or at least something with you. Most venues do have food stalls or vendors that will sell bottles of water or bottles of juice or things like that, but sometimes it can be extremely busy, the queues, because there's maybe not a lot of vendors and there's a lot of people, and you don't want to get caught out and being starving. So take a bottle of water, it's a good start, and a protein bar I tend to take. Husband takes a Snickers bar. Whatever works for you, as long as you've got something that's an emergency snack, because it is a long day if you are hungry and you've got nothing with you. So number 5, I would say be prepared for crowds. You are going to have crowds at the photo shoot areas, you're going to have crowds at the autograph hall, you're going to have crowds at the trader stalls, queues outside to get in. If you struggle with crowds, forward planning your day is crucial. Maybe consider, if you're going to do your very first con, visiting a smaller show first of all, so you know what to expect. Get a lay of the land, get a better idea, so it's maybe not as overwhelming for your very first big show, if you're attending a big place. I would say you may want to attend early, so first thing in the morning can be quite good. It's maybe not as busy. By the time it reaches about lunchtime, it can be extremely busy in the shows. Towards the end of the day, it does tail off and get a little bit quieter as well, so peak time is middle of the day. You just plan your day ahead, plan everything thoroughly, make sure you know what you're after. Number 6 is take plenty of cash. Now, some guests do have card machines at their table, but depending on the venue type, they might not have a good signal, and you might actually not be able to pay by your card. It might not go through, and that will just be devastating if you've come all that way to meet a guest and you can't even get a autograph from them because your card doesn't work. So make sure you have plenty of cash with you. Budget, make sure, see who you all want to meet first of all, and then take it from there and see what you want. Take a wee bit of extra cash, take a bit of emergency cash. That's what we tend to do. Emergency fund, panic money. Number 7, I've kind of already alluded to this as well, but you need to plan your day thoroughly. If you can pre-purchase autographs or photo shoot tickets before the show, then please do. Some venues don't let you pre-book autograph tickets, but most photo shoot tickets you can pre-book. Some venues do allow you to pre-book autograph tickets. I would say if you're someone you definitely know you want to meet, pre-book it and buy it so you can plan everything out that you really want to do. But be realistic about it as well. For example, if you decide to enter a show at 11 AM, you want to meet the 5 biggest stars that they've got, and you're leaving at 3 o'clock to catch a train home, you're narrowing down what you want to do, and chances are that's not going to work. So plan thoroughly, decide what you want to do, how many days you want to do, what time you're going to arrive, how many hours you have to squeeze everything in your day. It's not doable, you just need to plan it pretty well. Keep researching, look up the different websites for the organisers. I would say go on social media pages. They've got quite a lot of community groups where people will ask questions and they can get lots of advice and answers. But if you get stuck with anything during the day when you're there, speak to the staff. They'll help you. That's what they're there for, and they're great. My number 8 top tip is be courteous. And that's a surprising one. Most of the staff at the shows, they're unpaid volunteers and they're fans. They're just like us. And there's no need to be rude. The amount of times we've seen people screaming and shouting and yelling and gnashing and throwing tantrums near enough on the floor to the staff because, they've made a mistake, or the person's made a mistake, or the attendee's made a mistake and doesn't quite understand what to do. And they're horrors. Don't be a Just don't be a and you risk getting yourself kicked out. So be courteous, be kind. And number 9, and kind of on that subject as well, is be nice to the special guests, because we've also seen attendees be little horrors to the guests. They didn't have to come here, they didn't have to meet you. Don't be nasty, be nice. Make it a nice experience for everybody. Smile, say hi, chat if you can, depending how busy they are. Don't be a And my number 10 top tip is have fun. Comic-Cons are great. You can do things at conventions that no one would ever believe you, or, you know, it's fun. Chat, mingle with the people in the queues. I mean, if you're meeting a certain guest, chances are that the folk that are in the queues with you, you all like the same thing. So it's a great way to chat because you all got something in common and you all like that guest, and it's a great way to network, and conventions can be so fun. And yeah, you can make a really good community of friends and just make the most out of it. So that's my top 10 tips. Hopefully they made sense. Hopefully you found them a little bit helpful and what to plan. Hoping to put another few videos out soon about how I would plan my day for doing a convention. So sometimes talking about things, it makes more sense when you see it in practice. So I will do that, and hopefully I will see you soon.